Guys, we just got back from a quick trip up to Portland, Maine, and while we were there, we also had the opportunity to run out to Peaks Island.
Yes, now Peaks Island is right off the coast of Portland, and it's a beautiful place to visit. But we've read some reviews where people say, you know, there's nothing to do on the island. So today we're going to show you why they're wrong.
Yeah, we're going to do a quick tour of Peaks Island, and we're going to bring up one of the often missed features, the Battery Steele. We started our day early with a 20-minute ferry ride.
Now the ferry on this day was $7.70 per person, and it is dog friendly. Desi, though, costs $4.10. While you can bring your car on the ferry, we found a better way to tour the 4-mile loop around the island. Hey Troy, what do you think the coolest thing to do on the island is?
Take a ride in a golf cart.
Troy is the driver. Desi is enjoying his first golf cart ride. The wind is in his hair, and he is good to go. So we're gonna move on. We've got this golf cart for 2 hours. You can also visit one of the amazing beach areas and take a walk on the rocks. And another thing to do on the island that's super cool is visit Battery Steele. But that involves another cool thing to do on the island. To get to Battery Steele, you gotta take a drive through the woods.
Now for a little background about Battery Steele. Battery Steele was constructed and finished in 1942 during World War II. It's about 14 acres and is one of the largest artillery batteries ever constructed.
Yes, now it was part of about 58 other military structures on the island, and a lot of those are still standing today. You just have to kind of go looking for them, and some of them are on private land. But the battery itself was bought by the Portland Land Preservation Society in 1995, and it is now on the historical register as well. Now, a lot of the graffiti and murals that you're seeing, some of that is graffiti, but others, they actually have kind of art shows here, and so some of those have been painted for that. So it's a really cool place to go and visit. Let's take a look. So Battery Steele is open to the public, but they do have quite a few signs warning to be cautious. It's dark, it's wet, so you do need to pay attention, which brings us to tip number 1.
First tip, guys, bring a flashlight. I didn't think about it, I didn't know what I was walking into when we visited this island, so I didn't have one, and having to do it with a cell phone light, it's not good at all. And it's almost completely dark when you're walking between battery number 1 and battery number 2 in this concrete subterranean tunnel.
So our second tip, bring a light jacket, even in the summer. Now, as Troy mentioned, this is one of the largest gun batteries ever built in America. The concrete building is several hundred feet long, but there is one really cool feature about it.
So the entire facility was designed very ingeniously to look like a large hill with trees and bushes on it. On our woodland approach, we found 3 ways to enter this structure. 2 were relatively dry on either end, but the one in the middle was a little wet. Which brings us to tip number 3.
Okay, our third tip is bring some type of waterproof shoes with a non-slip tread, because you do have to walk over some damp areas and there are parts inside the structure that are a little bit wet. So you don't want to be like me and show up in sandals.
So there you have our 3 hours out at Peaks Island. This was the second time we visited this place, and it's just a wonderful place to visit if you ever get in the area.
Yes, we actually were there last summer as well during July when it was a lot more busy. So if you have the time, we highly recommend checking out one of the restaurants on the island. There's not a ton of them, but I think there's about 3 or 4. We ate at the, I think the Lobster Island Company last year right on the water. So I hope you enjoyed this quick trip around Peaks Island. We were in Portland only for a short amount of time, but we will have another video upcoming about the Portland Headlight and some of the often missed places there as well. So if you'd like to see those, please
like and subscribe.
And remember, Desi always wants you to hit that notification bell.